Hey guys, it's Jennifer Don Gabiola again, and it is the fourth video in this series to help you master your mind and your money the turtle way. So I hope you've been enjoying the first three videos. The first three videos are really to help you um, have a really strong mindset, really going very, very deep. Because when you face all these things that are holding you back with these old stories, but you face them with love and compassion for yourself, that is the sustainable way to create sustainable success in this turtle way that I always talk about. So the next two videos are going to be talking about how to master like your money. And so the whole series is meant to work together to really help you, again, build a strong foundation for you to prosper, especially in the new year. Okay, so the topic for this video is the R&R you need to bank. Okay, to bank the turtle way. So when I say R&R, I'm not talking about rest and relaxation, although that is super important to practice and give yourself, especially as an introvert, because it's, your energy is everything as an introvert. So that is important, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about today are to help you bank and make an impact in your business the turtle way. You need to master these two principles. Oh, hi, Christian. Thanks for joining me live. So you need to master these two principles, okay? So the two principles are responsibility and receiving, okay? So let's start with responsibility. So I don't know, maybe probably in the past year, just recently, the word responsibility shifted for me, the definition. I think I heard it say that it's the ability to respond. For me, in my past, responsibility has always felt like a heavy weight and a burden. Like I said in my past videos about feeling like a victim, just everything felt very heavy, like I had to do it because I was constantly proving myself. But how I reframed responsibility now, which definitely serves me, and I hope this helps you, is the ability to respond to life and your business and to not react. Respond. To respond in a very self-aware, conscious way. So you are consciously creating your life. You're working with life, the universe, God, to co-create your life. So that's I hope that's like a new way for you to see responsibility, because that is more empowering, right? Just feeling that, to me, feels more life affirming than this heavy like weight, right? All right, so the first part under this responsibility that you really need to think about is self-preservation is your responsibility. Self-preservation is actually not selfish, doing whatever it is you need to make sure your cup is filled. So specifically, like owning your energy, knowing what's yours and what's other people's. Like I shared in my previous video about people pleasing and overgiving drains your energy in your bank account. That's for real. That's based on my personal experience. So mastering this responsibility in your life and business requires you to be very clear on what's your energy, making sure your cup is full, making sure you give yourself what you need to feel full. That way you give in service from a place of overflow. So that's your responsibility, to keep filling your cup, right? And the other part of this is you need to set clear boundaries, especially with other people. So when you get clear on what you need to feel full, you have to know, like, what's your non-negotiables? Like, what are you going to say no to? You can't say yes to everything. You'll get burnt out, right? So how can you say no to things that are not in alignment, but you say no with grace and love? That's really important, that you give yourself permission to voice your yeses. So it's like a hell yes, and your no's, like a, no, but thank you, but with a sense of humility and grace. That's really important for you to not just say yes and no because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Or again, that's when you start to dissipate your energy when you're seeking validation outside of yourself. So you have to take control of your energy, so you ultimately operate in life, in your business, where you're directing your energy, where life is then responding to you because of how you're directing the course of your energy and how you're flowing, instead of waking up and just reacting to all the fires and fire drills of your life. But that's why I talked about, feeling like a victim early on in this series, is because you have a choice. You can operate like as a victim of life, like I'm just constantly reacting, or you can feel like, no, I'm in the driver's seat of my own life. So that's what I want for you. Christian says, self-preservation, the area I always neglected. Yeah, self-preservation is not selfish. It's really your responsibility. No one else can take care of you. And ultimately, you can't take care of other people effectively if you're not taking care of yourself. So I think I'll share another video on this so we can go deeper. But I just wanted you to know that the self-preservation is really important, because that is ultimately your responsibility while you're here on this earth. There's no way you can really fulfill your destiny, fulfill your calling, if you're depleted, if you are not well. And again, this is based on my personal experience, because I ran myself into the ground, trying to prove my worth. And that's how I got sick, getting diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So that was a hidden blessing for me to wake up. So what I hope for you is realize you don't have to wait for some catastrophe to happen. You can be mindful now on what it is you need now in this present moment, always being super present to what you're feeling aligned, and what your needs are, and giving yourself that, right? Okay, so when you take full responsibility for yourself, you're then not distracted by people and situations outside of yourself, and you ultimately take your power back, right? And then you can create a space, energetic space, for you to expand your capacity to receive on all levels. More love, more support from like your support system, and especially money, your financial support. So when you can really manage your energy and really focus on what is yours, what is that quote that I really resonate with? What's yours is yours, what's mine is mine. When you can really activate that and honor that as a regular practice for you, like, okay, I'm gonna fill my cup and take care of my energy, but not distract myself from other things that's gonna, deplete my energy. You're gonna be able to impact people's lives and show up in a more powerful way. People will be able to feel the deep resonance in your voice because of that deep inner commitment within yourself, right? Like I said in the last video, your energy speaks volumes. You can say a lot, but your presence and your energy speaks volumes. So that's why I always say you have to come from a place of fullness. So the right people will resonate with you and want to work with you. So that's really the goal. Okay, so also I wanted to share that this is also a big one under responsibility. It's your responsibility to choose success now and allow yourself to be supported to win. A lot of people, I know in my old limiting beliefs, I thought success was just like huge success. I thought it was really more for other people, or the success had to come at the cost. I had to sacrifice my well-being or my health, or sacrificing something, being a martyr, being a victim, right? But what I've realized, especially this year, is that success is not tied to your self-worth. And so it's a conscious choice. Do you want to be successful? If so, you will cultivate your thoughts, your feelings, your actions will be in alignment with creating that success. Instead of what I see a lot of people do, and I used to do this a lot, it's like, I want the success, I want the money, but you keep fighting yourself. You're like, okay, I want it, and then opportunity presents itself to actually practice and actually be in alignment with that higher vision of yourself, and then you back off and you hide, right? You're like, okay, I want it, and then here's the opportunity to practice. Do you really want it? Life is giving you an opportunity, and you're like, nope, just kidding. I just will step back and stay in my comfort zone. So responsibility, if you want to have like sustainable success, it's your responsibility to really choose it from a place of deep self-love and to detach yourself from associating success with your self-worth, because you're already worthy. That's why I went so deep in the last few videos about the mindset pieces, because when you can really do the healing around that, allow yourself to be supported to heal around that, you free up your energy to operate in a different way, because you're not weighted down by all this heavy stuff that you've carried your entire life, right? Then you're able to free up your energy and be like, show up and be joyful and excited about, being visible. Because for me, what I realized is that for a long time, being visible felt very draining, really. And the reason why it felt excessively draining is because I carried so much energetic, heavy weight, burden of like, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, it's not going to work out. Oh, defeat, bullying, blah, blah, blah. So of course, the idea of like being more visible, it was just like more pressure, right? But now, because I've surrendered and I've trusted, God to really show me how to navigate and how to show up in alignment with my higher calling, with my destiny, that's why I can show up and be excited about showing up like this. Like, to be doing these Facebook Lives with you excites me. I'm like, yes, I'm excited. What am I going to wear today that's in alignment with the topic? Since we're talking about money, I was like, I'm going to wear this. I want to show you actually. Christian, you would appreciate this since you're into style. Hey. Yeah. So I'm sharing that is because I want to help demonstrate there can be a sense of joy and excitement about how you show up, and people can feel that in your vibe and your energy, and you'll energetically attract the right people. All right, so that's the first part of this is responsibility. And Christian said, ha, powerful. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so the second part of this, or the R&R you need to bank, is receiving. And this is huge, receiving. So of course, when you think about receiving, you're like, of course, who wouldn't want more money or more support or more prosperity in their life, right? But what I realized doing all of this inner work I've done on myself, you have to feel safe to receive. You have to feel worthy of receiving. If you're not facing that, you will keep hitting that wall. You'll plateau in the same place. You maybe use a different strategy or technique, but you will continue to hit the same level of success, is because that's what you're comfortable with as far as success. For me, what I realized is any success or money beyond what I had proven myself that I could achieve felt really uncomfortable and kind of dangerous. Well, what if I make more money, or if I have more success, will I be able to handle it? What if I lose it? Or what if I make a mistake? Or what if, all these what ifs, because it was based on what I think I could do, based on my own ability. And what I realized is the levels that I'm being propelled to now, it's because I've surrendered to allow God, all of life, the universe, to carry me to a new level and to show me at every given moment how to show up. And to trust that the discernment, the wisdom will come through me like a channel. And this is very different than how I grew up, because I've told you in my past videos, I was very controlling. I used to be very, prove it to me. I'll believe it when I see it. But again, I kept hitting the wall and I got sick and things were just so difficult that I was like, I give up. I have to find a different way, or else it's not going to go well, right? So what I realized is receiving, you have to have the intention, the desire to learn how to feel safe to receive more support, more love, and especially more money in your business, right? You have to believe that you're worthy of receiving support, especially financial support, okay? So what's helpful to think about is think about what is giving you resistance, and then face that resistance, those old stories, because these old stories no longer serve you. What I realize is that we hold on to all these old stories because they've made us, and this is our identity, but actually we're unlimited beings that can consciously create our life. So if we're open to referring to the past, so we have some frame of reference, right? So we don't make the same mistakes, but be open to like every day being brand new, and be like, okay, God, life, universe, what is meant to come through me? How am I meant to help? How can I serve? And not be so locked in of who you think you are, because the levels that I'm being taken, propelled to, promoted to, it's way beyond my own ability. That's for sure. I already know. So I have surrendered to the fact that I'm going to be carried, and I'm going to show up, meet God halfway, do my part, right? So what I encourage you to do is, with all these old stories about receiving, maybe not feeling worthy, don't abandon yourself, okay? And by running away from these limiting beliefs, again, be kind and compassionate with yourself, and meeting your resistance with love, right? And a sense of curiosity on like, what is this resistance wanting to teach me? Really, if you want like extreme success, you're gonna have to cultivate a deep sense of humility. That's what I've learned. You can't assume you know the best way. You may have the best way, but you're not always gonna have the best way. And life is fluid. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the best solutions come when you're not overthinking, and you just have faith, and then you take action based on that faith. You, like I told you in the last video, you are here as a form of love in action. So that means you have to demonstrate that love and that value by acting in accordance with that intention to serve, and the intention to love, the intention to be of support, right? All right, so the last part I want to share under the receiving section is, this is helpful. Notice your relationship to money, okay? The last video I'm going to share tomorrow, we're going to dive deeper about this money topic. But first, I want you to just notice your relationship to money, right? I had a coach say one time, like, think about money as like if it was a person. Like, what would their personality be like? Would they be kind of like a bully? Like, does money feel like a drill sergeant? Or does money feel like your grandma? Like, it's always available and always abundant, like loving? Or does money feel like, I don't know, but just be thinking about what that could feel like for you. Like, be honest though about what this relationship you have around money, because that's going to give you some insight as to like, oh, okay, maybe that's why I can't thrive or grow my business or save money. I'll share like one old story I had was, I would receive a lot of money and I'd spend it right away. I would spend it just like, oh, I'm excited, I like celebrate, and then I'd spend it. And what I realized is, through a lot of deep inner work and forgiveness, self-forgiveness, was I would spend the money right away because I felt like I wasn't worthy of being supported. So again, locking into that old story of struggle. I don't deserve to be supported, so therefore I'm going to give the money away, even though it'll probably be helpful for me to have some money saved up. I'm going to give it away because I don't feel like I deserve support. And then I'm going to, again, lock into that story of I'm supposed to struggle. This is my identity. once I recognized that pattern, I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? And so, but looking at myself from a place of like self-awareness instead of like being curious and wanting to see how I can reframe that instead of, again, continuing to bully myself like, oh my God, another thing you did wrong, right? So again, this takes a deep, deep level of patience, compassion, gentleness, kindness with yourself to be able to face these things, because this is like lifelong stories. And don't get overwhelmed. Just ask for insight, ask for wisdom, and like what resistance is coming up, and what are you meant to receive, what lesson, what are you meant to learn. It's this, to me, this is the only way, sustainable way, in order to reach new levels. New levels are going to have more resistance because you're expanding into new levels, and there's growing pains, but the growing pains don't have to like stop you, right? Okay, so once you notice your relationship to money, ask yourself, how can you reframe this old story so it serves you now, right? So let's say your relationship to money feels very hard, critical, like a punishment, like you have to earn the money, but it has to be really hard. How can you, imagine a different story that would serve you, where money is always available to you. Money is helpful. Money is like your best friend. Like you don't have to, kill yourself for it. It's just like you just ask for help and money's there. So, but again, believe that you deserve to be supported, believe that you deserve to make a lot of money so you can make a big impact. Money is a tool and it's necessary. Money is not, a lot of people associate money as like, oh, I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to be selfish. Money is a tool. And if you're really self-aware, you know the type of person you are. And I've heard this from many people. Money actually brings more to light of who you are. So if you're a really kind and generous person at heart, money is just gonna like multiply that, but if you, same thing though, if you're like, at the heart of it, you don't really care about people and you're self-serving, that's also gonna that's what's light is gonna be shed there. But I wouldn't really worry about like if you're gonna change, who you are. If you're a good person at heart, the money that comes is a gift, and you're meant to receive the gift and the blessing for yourself, and then you're meant to share it and serve and help other people. Yeah, so that's the last thing I want to share is the more money you make, the greater impact you can make, right? So would love to know your biggest takeaways for those of you watching live. And if this resonates with you, would love to offer you a complimentary discovery call. You can email me at info@dawningsoul.com, or you can send me a private message, and just let's talk and see, because my intention is to really to help you reach your next level in your life, in your business, the Turtle Way, but in a very sustainable, aligned, nourishing way. What I've realized, it is possible. You don't have to hustle and kill yourself to be successful or to make a lot of money. So my hope and prayer is that you give yourself the opportunity to explore how that could look for you. So if you feel a pull to connect with me, just to see, what that could look like for you, we can map out a strategy for the new year. Just let me know. And yeah, I feel like if I'm meant to serve you, I mean, it would be my honor. So just let me know. And as a reminder, the Quiet Voice Big Impact Mastermind for 2019 is open. The doors are open. So I shared a post in the group with more details. You can check out the sales page with all the details. But super excited. I've had people ask what it's going to be like as compared to last year. This 2019, as I'm feeling into it, it's going to be even more activated with building your wealth mindset, so you can receive more. This whole concept of receiving more support, more wealth, more impact, that's really it's going to be even more deeply activated in this year's mastermind. So you can see all the details on the sales page link, and maybe I'll include the link down here in the comments. But if you have any questions around that, just let me know. Send me a private message and email me, and we can see if it'll be a good fit. I keep it as an intimate group because I love going deep with people, because to me, again, that's the only way this becomes sustainable. So it's an intimate group, and there's actually 2 levels this year. One is the gold level, where again we have to build a strong foundation, soulmate strategy, so you can really make a lot of money and make your impact. And then there's a higher level, Turtle Way Launchpad Inner Circle, and that one's if you're really ready to launch something. So that's really more highly personalized support to launch something like a course or some offering that you have in the new year, because the launch process is a beast. So I just want to help make your journey easier so you can get the results that you want, but in a way that feels sustainable to you. Christian says, thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here live, and I appreciate you joining our group. We'd love to know what your biggest takeaway is. Just tag me here in the group. I hope this topic on the R&R that you need to bank, the responsibility and the receiving, those are really critical. So I really hope that this message, you take some time to let it sink in, because on our next video, we'll dive even deeper about how you can receive more money. But this is the work. A lot of people think it's just the technique. I just want to make money fast. And I'm like, what I realize is to be able to hold money, it's one thing to receive it, but to hold that space, to hold it and then maintain it and then to grow it, you got to do some inner work around that. So I think that's it. So I will talk with you tomorrow for our final video of this series to help you master your mind and your money the turtle way. Thanks, guys. Bye.